All right, today I'm going to be going over the 3 most common red flags that I see in ad campaigns that are failing on Facebook. All right, this is for local service businesses more specifically. Number 1 is going to be no conversion system. Okay, a lot of people have a very common misconception when it comes to running ads that they can just dump money in and they will automatically get money out, right? But what happens is ads create attention and they create leads, right? So you can generate a ton of leads, a ton of attention, but if there's no system behind it to actually convert these people from a click into a client, there is going to be zero money that is made, right? So ads can be running, leads can be coming in, but there may not be anyone following up on a consistent basis. There may not be a consistent structure for the follow-up. And so ads generate interest, not close jobs. So without a system, there is going to be no money that is made. So specifically a CRM system where the leads are being captured, their information is being captured, and then someone or some sort of automation is following up with these people automatically as soon as possible to get in touch with them. And then each lead is being tracked from A to Z, whether they become a client, whether they don't become a client, for months, right? You want to make sure that you're tracking these leads for months and you're actually capturing these people's information, right? So I see a lot of people, they're running ads that just go to a phone number, but the problem with this is that there's no name that's being collected, there's no information about the prospect that's being collected, and if a phone call gets missed, well, there's virtually no way to follow up with that prospect unless you call them back. And when you call them back, they might not recognize your number or even remember why they called in the first place, right? But if you have a system that captures information, now you have their name, now you have information that they submitted in the form, and then when you talk to them, you can actually bring that up and say, hey, John, I noticed you're looking for a project for your yard and you want to start next week, right? So this alone, having a conversion system in place, it's very easy to generate 100 leads, right? It's not impossible to generate 100 leads, but it's very easy to generate 100 bad leads that only turn into 2 jobs. Now, typically, when we see people have everything else in place and they add a conversion system, it's very easy to 5 or 6x the amount of jobs that you're getting, right? If you are contacting these leads in under 2 minutes, it's very easy to get like 50% of them to answer. 50% of them on the phone, answering, talking to you, and then from there, it's pretty easy to book, we'll say, over 50% of those people into an estimate, right? And then typically for most contractors, a good close rate is anywhere from 30 to 40%. So if we're booking, out of these 100 leads, if we're booking 36 in for estimates, it's very, very realistic to say that we can get 12 of those to be closed, right? Which means that 100 leads is turning into 12 jobs. So with a conversion system, with a structured follow-up system in place, it's very, very easy to 5 or 6x the amount of leads that are turning into jobs on the back end, right? So that's going to be number 1, is no conversion system. Now, number 2 is going to be a generic creative, right? So a lot of people, they run random videos or random graphics just about their services, right? Like, hey, here's my service, here's what we do bathroom remodels, okay? The problem is people are scrolling on Facebook and Instagram. So people are very emotional, right? And people want to either have some incentive or some sort of pain or some sort of dream state, something to get them to actually stop scrolling and then submit their information, right? So this is why it's very, very important to have custom creatives, right? So showcasing the projects that your company is doing, showcasing you as the business owner, showcasing maybe a client testimonial, right? Things that are speaking to people's dream states, right? The dream outcome they may want, especially on social media. People are looking to escape, right? So they're looking for entertainment. And stuff like this, I see so many companies running ads like this, but this is not entertaining anyone, right? What is going to entertain someone is a high quality video, 60 seconds, 90 seconds of a client testimonial or of some work that's being done, right? Or of a talking head video, whatever it is, a high quality creative that is specific to a location, right? I'm going to talk about this more in a minute, right? But making sure that you have a number one, video that is high quality, that is number two, showcasing the work that you do in some way, shape, or form, and the number three is location specific, right? So instead of just saying, hey, homeowners, you say, hey, San Diego homeowners, or hey, North County homeowners, right? So this alone, if you change nothing else and you just change the creative or the video that you're running, you can cut your cost per lead in half easily, right? This is because this is the first thing that people are seeing, right? This is where 80% of the people are either scrolling or they're gonna keep watching, right? So the creative is 80 to 90% correlated with the success of an ad in general, especially on Facebook, right? So just making sure that you have a custom creative is very, very important. Now, number three is going to be the wrong audience targeting. Now, when I say this, a lot of people just think of the location, right? Because you put in a setting, you put in the settings of what location that you want to target. But the problem with this is even if you're targeting, let's say, a specific area, let's say it's 20 miles radius of San Diego, right? That's a specific location. The problem is the creative can still be very, very generic, right? So if you were to start a video that says, hey, homeowners looking for bathroom remodels, that speaks to everyone in the United States, right? So no one's gonna really identify with this, right? But if you say, hey, homeowners in California who are looking for bathroom remodels, now you're speaking to people in California. And then you go a layer deeper, right? Homeowners in San Diego, and then you go another layer deeper. Hey, homeowners in North County, San Diego who need bathroom remodels. Now you're being very, very, very specific, right? And this should correlate with the location targeting that you have, right? So for example, one of our clients, we're running a campaign in North County, San Diego. We're not doing all of San Diego, we're just doing North County. What does this mean? That means that in the images, in the static ads, in the videos that we're creating, we're highlighting, hey, North County, North County, North County. So people see it and they immediately identify with North County, right? Because San Diego is much more broad than just North County. So that's going to be number three, is not only making sure that you're targeting the right people within the settings, but also within the video or the creative itself, right? So three things: conversion system, creative, and the targeting, which is done in the creative and the location as well. So I hope you've got some sort of value from this. A lot of the business owners that I talk to that are running Facebook ad campaigns and they say, hey, it doesn't work, or I tried Facebook and it doesn't work, they typically are doing all three of these things completely wrong. But even if you have two of them dialed in and one of them is off, that will still throw off the entire campaign, right? So making sure that every single part of the campaign is dialed in is very, very, very important, because if one thing is wrong, then it will mess up the entire campaign. So if you're a service business owner and you want to start running Facebook ads, or you're already running Facebook ads and you want us to check it out, feel free to book a call at the link in our bio. If not, I hope you still found some video value from this video and you can apply some of it to your business.